Okay, so the chapter that was going on. Good morning, all of you. So the chapter that was going on, that is Silk Road in our Insight book. Fine. So chapter was written. Chapter is written by Nick Middleton, and what kind of person he is? He is a geography teacher. And however, we have started this chapter. We have started this chapter earlier, and a little bit of chapter means 3 or 4 paragraphs we have covered. Fine. So the chapter is written in a travelogue form, means the whole journey is described when the writer was going on a journey, and it was his journey to Kailash mountain. Fine. He was going to Kailash. Why? What was the reason? He wanted to perform a ritual of कोरा. कोरा जैसे हमारे कुछ rituals होते हैं, as like we are having some rituals like worshipping and something, as like we go on Char Dham Yatra, that kind of things. So the writer he used to believe in Buddhism, and there is a ritual in Buddhism that Kora is performed around Kailash Mansarovar, Kailash mountain, you can say. Fine. So when he was going there, 2 other persons were also with him. One was his guide Satin, and one of his friend was also with him. Fine. So the journey was described in a very typical manner, you can say, means so many difficulties they face on the way, that those kind of difficulties are expressed or explained in the chapter. Fine. Just a second, let me see where we were. We were on the chapter as Hill started to push up one more from the rocky. As Hill started to push up once more from the rocky wilderness, we passed the solitary dogbas tending their flocks. Sometimes men, sometimes women. These well-wrapped figures would pause and stare at our car, occasionally waving as we passed. When the track took us close to their animals, the sheep would take evasive action, veering away from the speeding vehicles. What was going on actually? When they started their journey, there was a place named Ravu. Fine. The writer started his journey from that place. when he passed Ravu, when he came out of Ravu, then a grassy area came across. Fine. They were moving from that area also. Just then, what did they notice? They noticed that a group of wild asses were coming to that direction. Fine. They were going in a car actually. This car was Satin's car. Fine. So when they were going, Satin was very much familiar with that area. He has already gone in that area, so he was very much familiar about the situations they were facing. Fine. So after passing Ravu, when they came to a garden area, you can say not garden, it is a ground area, you can say, and it was actually a green area. Fine. They after that they came to a stony area, means some small stones were there in that area. Then they passed that stony area also, and they came to a hilly area. Fine. And what did they notice in that area? That some people, means women and men. However, we have discussed this paragraph yesterday. Just a minute I will take to continue again. Fine. So the writer was saying that what kind of people they came across. They could see some men and women there, and they were totally wrapped because that was a mountain area and it was snowing there, and it was actually, you can say, it was a cold area. That's why the people were very completely wrapped themselves in the warm clothes. Fine. And the people were actually staring at their car, and they were waving also. That kind of, if you come across, see, it's my personal experience. Actually, the people who live in mountain, they are very much, you can say, friendly. Fine. When you go there, they just invite you to their home also. That kind of friendly people they are. Fine. So these people were also waving at the author and at the narrator and his friends, and they were having some sheep also that were grazing in that field. Fine. As the car was passing from them, the sheep were very much familiar, and they took an evasive action. They just took a sharp turn to save themselves from that car. Fine. Now we are coming to the next paragraph. We passed nomads, dark tents pitched in splendid isolation, usually with a huge black dog, a Tibetan mastiff, standing guard. These beasts would cock their great big heads when they became aware of our approach and fix us in their sights. As we continued to draw closer, they would explode into action, speeding directly towards us. Like a bullet from a gun, and nearly as fast. Now, when they crossed that area, they came to a nomad's area. What is nomad? Who is nomad? Yes. Can anybody tell me what is the meaning of nomads? Nomads are actually the people who move from one place to another to earn their livelihood. मीन्स जो घुमंतु लोग होते हैं, एक एरिया से दूसरे एरिया तक अपनी लाइवलीहुड कमाने के लिए, लाइवलीहुड अर्न करने के लिए, अपनी जीविका अर्पण करने के लिए, जीविका यापन के लिए एक जगह से दूसरी जगह पर घूमते रहते हैं. दैट काइंड ऑफ पीपल आर कॉल्ड नोमैड्स. फाइन. सो the person is saying, the writer is saying, we passed nomads' dark tents pitched in splendid isolation. Splendid isolation means एक isolated सा जगह था, एक place था that is isolated. Isolated means that is just away from the colonies, you can say. Colonies से एकदम different isolation में, and their tents were looking dark black. Fine. Usually with a huge black dog, and they were having a huge black dog. It was looking like that Tibetan mastiff, and that was a Tibetan mastiff. Tibetan mastiff एक अलग तरह का huge dog होता है, black dog, standing guard. That Tibetan mastiff was standing out of their tents to guard those tents. These beasts would cock their great big heads when they became aware of our approach. And these beast means, beast is called wild animal, means these Tibetan mastiff are called wild animal here. And the writer is saying that these beasts would cock their great big head. Cock means tilt करना, थोड़ा सा घुमा लेना. When these beasts noticed our presence, कि उन्होंने जब नोटिस किया कि हम उनके एरिया में जा रहे थे, they just tilted their head. हमारी कार की तरफ देखा उन्होंने, नोटिस किया. When they became aware of our approach and fix us in their sight, and fix their sights on our car. अपनी नजर हमारी कार पर फिक्स कर ली उन्होंने. And as we continued to draw closer, they would explode into action. as we were going closer to them, they wanted to explode, means they wanted to act that time, means they wanted to just you can say they wanted to explode means हमारे ऊपर थोड़ा सा एक हमले की तरह तैयार थे वो, and speeding directly towards us. In a great speed they were coming directly to us like a bullet from a gun, and nearly as fast. Their speed was like that a bullet from a gun. Their speed was like that fast. And these shaggy monsters, blacker than the darkest night, usually wore bright red collars and barked furiously with massive jaws. They were completely fearless of our vehicle, shooting straight into our path, causing Satan to break and swerve. What is the things which are described in this paragraph? The shaggy monsters. Shaggy is called hairy and bushy. Means these Tibetan mastiffs body was hairy, जिसके ऊपर हेयर और बहुत से बुशी, बुशी मीन्स थोड़े थोड़े कांटे जैसी बॉडी थी उनकी, एंड ब्लैकर देन द डार्केस्ट नाइट. Their color was so black that if we think about the darkest night, means which one? Purnima and Amavasya. 2 days are there. What is the darkest one? Amavas. Amavas की जो रात होती है, if we compare their color with that, their color was blacker than that night. Fine. Usually wore bright red collar, and they were wearing bright red collar around their neck. Means people of that area make them wear. उन्होंने पहनाया हुआ था एक्चुअली रेड कलर का कोई कॉलर, एंड barked furiously with massive jaws. Massive means they were when they were opening their mouth, their jaws मतलब उनकी जो जॉ थी ये बहुत ही बड़े बड़े खुल रहे थे, मुंह जो है उनके. Fine. And barked furiously. Furiously means with a great anger they were barking. They were completely fearless of our vehicle, shooting straight into our path, causing Satan to break and swerve. See, they were just frightful animals. They were इतने ज़्यादा खतरनाक animals थे. They were completely fearless. They were not having a fear of our vehicle. We were afraid of them at the place that they were not afraid of our vehicle, and shooting straight into our path. Directly they were coming between us. Directly they were coming into our path, and causing Satan to break and swerve. And when they were coming in our path, when they were coming on the way, Satan was to break. Satan was to push, break, and swerve. Swerve means change the direction. Sometimes he was to use brake, and sometimes he used to change the direction of his car. The dog would make chase for 100 meters or so before erasing off, having seen us off the property. It wasn't difficult to understand why ferocious Tibetan mastiffs became popular in China's imperial courts as hunting dogs, brought along the Silk Road in ancient times as tribute from Tibet. So the dog would make chase for 100 meters or so before easing off, having seen us off the property. These dogs changed writer's car, their car. They changed their car till to 100 meters or so, approximately for 100 meters they changed. And when they have come to know that their car was off from their property means उनके एरिया से बाहर जा चुकी है. When these Tibetan mastiffs noticed that their car has gone, means the writer's car has gone out of their property, then they became easy. It wasn't difficult to understand Now I could understand very well what kind of ferocious animal it was. So I could understand very easily that why these ferocious Tibetan Mastiffs became popular in China's imperial courts. Imperial courts means जो king के court होते थे चाइना में. Out of these courts also, Tibetan Mastiffs were kept as for taking care, as for you can say their guards. Fine. Tibetan Mastiffs रखे जाते थे चाइना के older time में out of the king's court. Fine. For taking care of palace. Brought along the Silk Road in ancient time as tribute from Tibet. Means you can say these animals were the most dangerous animal on that Silk Road. Fine. So that these kind of dogs were kept in imperial courts for taking care of, for guarding that king's court. Now the next paragraph. By now we could see snow-capped mountains gathering on the horizon. We entered a valley where the river was wide and mostly clogged with ice, brilliant white and glinting in the sunshine. The trail hugged its bank, twisting with the meanders as we gradually gained height and the valley sides closed in. What happened next? By now, when this area had gone, by now we could see snow-capped mountains. Snow-capped, covered with snow. Snow-capped means covered with snow. They could see. Now they have come to an area where they could see the mountains covered with snow gathering on the horizon, and we could see it was just an imagination. What is a horizon, if anybody can tell me? Hanji, can anybody tell me about what is a horizon? It is actually a imaginary line. Fine. And it is believed that that imaginary line where we can imagine that the sun, that the sky and land, earth is meeting to each other. That imaginary line is called horizon. उस काल्पनिक रेखा, ये सिर्फ एक फैंटेसी है एक्चुअली. It is the sky is land is can never meet. नहीं कभी मिल सकते हैं. ये एक सिर्फ हमारा इमेजिनेशन है, एक फैंटेसी है कि there is a line, there is an imaginary line where sky and land meets, where sky and earth meets. So this is called horizon. Fine. We entered. Now we could see snow-capped mountains gathering on the horizon. He was saying that जहाँ पर mountains and earth मिलते हुए नजर आ रहे थे दूर देखने पर. We entered a valley where the river was wide and mostly clogged with ice. Now they entered. Now they came to an area. Now they came to a valley area where where the river was wide. The river was so wide there and mostly clogged with ice. It was just that river was also covered with ice. It was completely covered with ice. Brilliant white and glinting in the sunshine. It was brilliant white. When there is a snowfall in any area, on the next 2-3 days, the area is completely white. So, because it was covered with snow, the river was covered with snow, so it was completely white and glinting. Glinting is called, it was shining. It was showing a shimmery look, you can say. And it was shining in the sunshine. The trail hugged its bank, twisting with the meanders as we gradually gained height and the valley sides closed in. What was going on? The trail, the path that was going on, hugged its bank. Means जो रास्ता जा रहा था वो इस river के bank से मिल रहा था. That was hugging each other, twisting with the meanders. it was twisting also. It was having a twist also. That path was twisting. That path was moving and it was twisting. And with the meanders. Meanders क्या होते हैं? Twist करने वाले जो रास्ते होते हैं. Twist करने वाली जो rivers होती है actually, that is called meanders. Fine. As we gradually gained height, as we were gradually is called slowly, they were going on the height now. So they have come across from by meanders and trails also, and the valley sides closed in. And they were saying that the writer was saying that the valleys, both the sides of that valleys were closed in only because of the mountains. They were going from going from an area that is called valley. वैली में से पास हो रहे थे वो, जो कि दोनों साइड से माउंटेन से सराउंडेड थी. फाइन. सो द क्लास टाइम इज ओवर. वी विल कंटिन्यू चैप्टर इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास ऑल्सो. फॉर नाउ this was all about for today. Fine. Bye bye all of you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome beta.